streaming from the 22 News Broadcast Center. This is 22 News at 4 p.m. Digital Edition.
Hey, good Wednesday afternoon, and thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. I'm Nick Oresco. Last full day of winter today feels a lot like spring, which arrives tomorrow morning. Let's bring in 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Brian Lapis now. Weather looks good, but there is a traffic alert that you are investigating.
That's true. One of our staff members, you know Carolyn of the Sheraton?
Once or twice I've seen her around here.
Apparently, Carolyn is stuck in traffic, and the entire production staff is very concerned.
All right.
Because Carolyn's running a little late, and apparently it's because there's something happening on Sumner Avenue. If you look closely here, you can see some red on Sumner Avenue. So potentially an accident on Sumner Avenue in the south end of Springfield, I guess you could say, in the Forest Park region of Springfield. So keep that in mind. Otherwise, 91, at least through the south end, looks okay. We're going to talk about the wider scope of traffic a little bit later on here in the digital newscast. In the meantime, I hope that you're enjoying the sunshine and the warm air. 64 in Northampton, 68 Greenfield, 66 Springfield, 64 in Orange, and look at that. We're at 70 degrees right now in Great Barrington. Plenty of sunshine everywhere. With that said, we expect that clouds will be increasing a little bit later on tonight, and tomorrow is going to be kind of a damp, drizzly start of spring. We'll show you with our 22 News Storm Team forecast.
A missing golden retriever who was last seen in January was found dead in West Springfield Tuesday. The 7-month-old puppy named Remy from West Springfield was last seen on January 3rd in the Cooks Park playground area with his leash still attached. This morning, the nonprofit organization Missing Mutts Search and Rescue of Somers, Connecticut posted on Facebook that Remy was found dead in a West Springfield backyard. The sad news has brought closure to the family, who released a statement saying, quote, thank you everyone, for every single ounce of love and prayers. The Governor's Conference on Travel and Tourism continued at the Mass Mutual Center in Springfield this morning. Today's program focused on trends in tourism and travel data, showing Western Massachusetts business owners how they can best appeal to travelers. This two-day conference brings tourism professionals together from all across the state and discusses opportunities for growth. Executive Director of the Massachusetts Office of Travel and Tourism saying tourism is more than just attractions. It extends beyond supporting businesses. Massachusetts State Police announced today that Trooper Michael Proctor has been terminated from the force. The trial board found Proctor guilty of unsatisfactory performance. He was the lead investigator in the Karen Reed case and a key witness in the trial. Proctor had been relieved of duty and suspended without pay following the mistrial for Reed last July. Internal Affairs launched an investigation after details of misconduct emerged during Reed's trial. State police say they are confident the evidence is sufficient for civil service to affirm the decision of termination. A federal grand jury has indicted a man from Wilbraham who allegedly made violent threats on social media against public officials, police, and even children. 36-year-old Fenwayo Niawo is charged with 13 counts of interstate transmission of threatening communications and 1 count of stalking. According to documents, he allegedly made threats to harm and kill children, first responders, and schools and businesses across the state. He will be arraigned in U.S. District Court in Springfield. An absolutely lovely day today. Temperatures reaching near 70 degrees.
Yeah, we got it to 70 at Great Barrington today, oddly enough.
Right.
You know what? Before I get into weather, I want to mention the fact that Nick has been fantastic about reminding me. For some reason, I keep thinking that spring starts on the 21st.
Right.
No, it's tomorrow.
Yep, 20th.
5:01 a.m. There's a really cool equinox observance at the UMass Sunwheel tomorrow morning at 6:45 and tomorrow evening at 6. The Sunwheel is between Rocky Hill Road and McGurk Stadium, and there's astronomers that talk about the astronomy around the equinox. And then after you're done with that, you can go and have breakfast or dinner at UMass Dining.
Your favorite part, by the way.
Really just an opportunity to plug UMass
Exactly,
Dining.
yes.
So anyway, that's happening tomorrow, 6:45 a.m. and 6 p.m. at the UMass Sunwheel. Anyway, unfortunately, we're not going to see much sunshine for the start of spring. Right now, we've got plenty of it, sunshine and scattered clouds, and as we mentioned, temperatures that are close to 70 in some spots. Let's take a look at the evening. 22 News Storm Team Skycast. 5 o'clock here this evening, mostly clear, but then as we approach the mid-evening hours, clouds start to build back in and will be cloudy overnight. There could even be a little bit of drizzle here before sunrise tomorrow. This is 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, a little bit of drizzle and some sprinkles. Gray day tomorrow, breeze out of the southeast, more than likely some fog for the morning commute, and some scattered light showers and or pockets of drizzle throughout the day. Steadier rain comes in tomorrow night, and there may even be a little bit of snow as we wake up on Friday morning. We'll talk about that on 22 News at 5.
The deadline for a Real ID is quickly approaching, and more than 3 million people in Massachusetts already have one. The Registry of Motor Vehicles says the wait list for a Real ID is high and growing. Starting May 7th, standard licenses and ID cards that are not federally compliant will no longer be accepted for domestic air travel or when entering federal buildings. A full list of requirements needed for a Real ID can be found on our website. And the deadline is approaching for more than 1 million Americans who have yet to claim their $1,400 stimulus check for pandemic-era relief. The IRS says people can review their 2021 tax return for the credit. The funds will be direct deposited into eligible taxpayers' bank accounts or sent via a paper check to the address on file. The recovery rebate credit is for people who did not receive one or more COVID-19 stimulus payments. Americans have until April 15th to claim the check. Tonight on 22 News, starting at 5 o'clock, Mass Hire held a manufacturing job fair event today in Springfield. We'll have a look at future opportunities in our area. And Springfield Police held a pinning ceremony for its newly promoted members. We'll have a recap of today's special event, plus a look at the possible sites and updates for the Anna E. Berry Elementary School project in Chicopee. Tonight, the latest on the new developments.
All right, other than that Sumner Avenue crash, for the most part, traffic is running fine here up and down the valley. A little bit of a backup, 291 and 91, where 291 runs into 91 south. North of the Pike, though, 91 seems to be running fine, and the Pike itself, east and west, looking good. Drizzly and foggy for the morning commute tomorrow. We'll track it on 22 News at 5.
And as always, updates can be found anytime at wwlp.com and the free 22 News app. We'll see you tonight at 5.